Hello. I am recording in my car today on my lunch break because I got the inspiration for this, and I like to do things when I get inspiration as soon as possible. So this is the third episode, and obviously I'm solo. There's nobody in the car with me. I am trying to line up some different people for interviews for different topics. That's still in the works. I should probably check up on that again today. But today, I wanted to talk about essence and value, and as it pertains to me and you. So, what kind of spurred this idea is I was thinking about. Actually, wasn't thinking about this, but there's a philosophical school of thought called existentialism, and you may not know what it is, but I'm going to explain that. But some famous people that were existentialists were Friedrich Nietzsche, Søren Kierkegaard. If you don't know them, that's really not important. But the basic premise behind existentialism is they say that essence precedes form, which sounds really complicated, but it's not. The example that I was given that I thought was really helpful was to take a knife. So the essence of a knife is to cut. And then obviously once you have that, then you can form the knife, right? So another way to think about it is if you had a piece of paper and you wanted it to fly, obviously you would have to change the form for it to fly. So existentialists, they contend that essence precedes form for everything but human beings. And that is what gives us what they call the existential dread. Now, I'm admittedly not have studied this really in depth. I have some friends that are existentialists. I don't really find the philosophy that stimulating at all. Even though it's been put forth by some really, really brilliant people, I'm just not an existentialist. I actually think that we do have an essence, but the essence is not performative in nature. So I think our essence is simply to be. You don't have to necessarily have a reason for it, but my personal reason for it is I believe that we're created in the image of God, and the nature of, or the essence of God is to be. He just is. In the Bible, when Moses asked for his name, he says, "I am that I am." That's just his essence, his nature. Now, why is this important to us? So, I think what a lot of people are experiencing during this quarantine is, since they can't go to work and they're stuck in their house, and you can only clean so much, you can only binge watch so many things, and you kind of run off the stuff to do, and then you have these thoughts coming to you, which I totally understand. You feel useless, right? Or you feel useless or not useful, or you're not doing anything meaningful, right? And I understand that stuff, and I don't want to come across as judgmental, because I've been fortunate. I've been able to continue to work, which I'm very thankful for, because I get cagey. But why this is important is a lot of people are feeling that now. They're feeling useless, right? And doing things isn't bad, right? It's great to do things, especially fun and creative things. It gives us life. But why I brought up this topic is the things that we do is not what gives us value. Our essence is what gives us value, and our essence is to be. That's it. And you can see this play out in real life, because we have some people, there's people that are handicapped, and they can't really do much of anything for anybody else that we would consider useful. But yet we put all these time and resources into caring for them, and I believe that's a good thing. Why? Because their value is not based on what they can do for us, or even themselves. Their value is based in their essence, and it's to be. Now, during the when I was kind of conceptualizing this whole series, I always wanted to put like a practical application behind the topic, because I didn't want it to be just purely philosophical and abstract. So what are the practical applications of this philosophy of essence and value? Well, I think for one thing, taking up meditation, right? And there's a lot of kind of lore behind meditation, but really meditation is not to have some kind of mystical experience, which it can happen. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But that's not actually the point of meditation. The point of meditation is just to slow down and be perfectly fine and content with just being, and just to sit in that. And the thing is, you don't have to stop to meditate. You can actually meditate all day if you can actually teach yourself, or just practice the art of just being and being fine with being, and you can actually find that you have more peace and that you can enjoy more, because you're not concerned about, I gotta do something. Because what is that? Maybe it's feeding your ego, maybe it's people-pleasing behavior. I'm very guilty of that. I've been people-pleased most of my life, trying to unlearn that stuff. But that's really the practical application of it, is for you to know that your value is not based on what you can do, or what you have done, or what you will do, or what you're capable of doing. Your value is based on just that you exist. All right? And if you do it the other way around, if you put the cart before the horse, so to speak, if you think that your value is based on what you can do, well, guess what? Other people are going to value you for those same things. And then at that point, you just put yourself on a hamster wheel, just over and over, because you can't get off of it. If you stop, then people will look at you as worthless. Why? Because you have put that out there, maybe not verbally, but by your actions, you've told them that my value is based on what I can do for you. And once you stop doing it, well, guess what? Not everybody will do that. There'll be some people that actually do value you. And then when you stop doing those things, then you can actually see that. But really, I think that's what the practical application is. It's really just a state of mind that you can walk through life through. And it's very enriching and rewarding. It's simple, but it's not easy. And it's not easy because we have all these beliefs that really kind of work against us in our own kind of sense of well-being and happiness. And it takes a while to kind of rid those things and, disperse them from our mental sphere. The mind's a wonderful thing, but the mind is not I don't think it's a good master, so to speak. It's useful, but, not every thought that comes into your mind is yours. You're not your thoughts, so on and so forth. You are you, and your essence is to be, and that is what your real value comes from. So I'm going to stop there, because I feel like if I go on any further, I'm just going to be repeating myself. But I hope everyone is doing okay, and I've been seeing some states are about to open back up, which you may feel ways about that. I'm actually excited about it. I think they should have done it a lot sooner. But anyway, that's another topic. Probably not going to do a video on that. But anyway, hope you have a good day.